basically the plans, everything and all, he says on his own. So that is very important. So economics, even Excel Institute, the notes is very, that is sufficient. And so this completes the overall view about GS, and because GS consists of only current affairs, history, geography, and again polity and economics. So this is all about GS. Now coming to the optionals, basically, so I've told you about how to select an optional, and it all depends upon your interest, I've told. And again, one more important point about the optional is that how to write in mains. Like for geography, everything and all, what strategy I followed is first to take up notes. Definitely, I totally eliminated the need to go through a book. Even every topic, geomorphology, oceanography, climatology, every single topic, I had a small notes, at least some 5 or 10 points about each and every topic. That has finally paid off. And one thing in geography, what is required is that you should not leave any part of the syllabus that has been given to you. Because last time what happened, some of my friends have left totally geomorphology because it has been revised, syllabus has been revised in geomorphology. So they had to suffer because they made geomorphology as a compulsory question that has to be attempted. So you don't leave any part, any single word of the syllabus. At least have an idea of the syllabus, of each and every word that is being given in the syllabus, right? So that's what I will use to tell you. And please have notes and a structure for each and every part, every question that can be asked from the syllabus. So if the question as being asked, then what will be your answer? So you have to develop and always make it one point clear that everybody is going to write the same thing, they are going to follow the same book, and then how I am going to make it my answer different? You can make your answer different by two parts. One is by factual, giving in more inputs like that. The other part is trying to be innovative. And I think the thing which scored for me is that I always had a poor-centric view. Any time I write an answer, I'll ask to myself what this will do for, if it is geography, what this thing will do to the environment, if it is an environment-based questions. So, or if it is particularly any social issue, what it will do to the poor people. So these two questions are always asked, and I will try to make my answer move in this way, like environmental oriental way, and also in the poor centric way. And I will try to take up some innovative, at least even the last line I will try to make it at least innovative in some way. I would like to give an example. Like for example, I had Tamil literature. So now it has been the very popularly going as the Classical Tamil Conference. So what I did was I included the Classical Tamil Conference in some of my answers. So which makes that you are currently aware of the things that are happening around you, and you are trying to make your answers innovative. So that really pays, because see, the difference is you have to score at minimum 300, at least everybody will score. So how to get more than 300, like for example 30-40 marks, how we are going to get, and that is the key to success, nothing more than that. Because everybody can score minimum 300, but how they are getting more than 50. So what you have to see is that GS, there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So every paper you have to score just 15 marks or even 25 marks in every paper. So which if you score 25 marks in every paper, you get 50 marks. So you get that extra 50. So to score the 25 mark, what you have to do is, there are at least 6 questions. In 6 questions, you have to take up at least, increase your marks by at least even 2 or 3 marks. So for that, you have to just work. So I thought in that way to make my things simple. So just I have to get 2 more marks from my answer. How I am going to do that? So that was the Adis in me. So even while ending, I will try to do, I have to make my answer different. What I have to do? Probably I will put a diagram, I will put a world map or Indian map. Every moment I used to think, and that clicked up. So that was what my strategy is all about, being innovative and being poor-centric. And while writing my essays, everything and all, and always, be patriotic. While always writing my essays, for example, this time the essay I chose was whether India is a soft state. And many of my friends wrote, yes, India is a soft state, we are not responding to any terrorist acts, we are just keeping idle, everything and all. So basically I didn't take up that view. I was totally patriotic. I told that we are doing everything, we have everything in our hand. For example, if you want to do anything to Pakistan, we can really do that. But we are not doing it. It's just because we have a genuine concern. We have very clearly set out policies like non-alignment, everything and all, and we are just following it. Because if we are not if we are a soft state, then we cannot be the hope for the developing nations. Today, for all the developing nations, only India is the hope. We are the representative of the developing nations in the total for the total world. So if that is the case, then how can we become a soft state? Because everywhere it is our voice that is being heard. Whether it is climate change conference, whether it is economics conference, it is only India's voice that is being raised up and it is here. So in that case, then how can we become a soft state? So like that, be patriotic in your answers, everything and all, and definitely that will click. So try to make it up, these changes in your answer, everything, and you will take up. And mains, I would basically, it is all about essay questions, and you have to impress them within your 5 questions. So it's a really tough part because it is not very descriptive, where you can write 2 or 2 mark, 3 marks like that and all. 60 mark questions, and you have to write it and you have to impress them. So what you can do is you can make up more diagrams, and like for example India map and world map, everything also like that. You can put more number of diagrams so that your minimum mark is not getting reduced. Like for example, if out of 60 they are going to give you a mark of you should make sure that you are getting minimum mark of 30. So for that you should make more number of diagrams, everything and all, and make your answer more simple and presentable. So that is what you have to think about it. So that is what is all about mains basically. And Tamil literature, I told you, like for example, I linked up all the current trends of Tamil literature. And many of the people can take Tamil literature, but the problem in Tamil literature is that you have to mug up the verses of each and every poem, basically. Not all the poems, basically at least the important crux of the poem you have to mug up. So that is the only disadvantage if you have in Tamil, because for the people who cannot have that mugging capacity, they may find it difficult, because any Tamil Tamil scholar who corrects your paper, they'll expect that you have to write the same words from the which are given in the poem. So that is the only disadvantage which you have in Tamil. And coming to our institute, basically, what I had found in our institute, Excel Institute, is they try to give you support in every way. Like for example, we have a very good library, and even while taking the classes, we made extensive use of the library, and which facility is not available in some other places also. And we have flexible classes like weekend classes, and one point which I would like to stress up is the people who are taking the classes, they are even also in the service. Like for example, Tamil Selvan, he was there in IRS, and Bala sir is in Group 1, and while I was DSP, I was taking the classes like that. So people here are very experienced. So in that way, Excel is really having the experience of our people, because Bala sir and me have put close to about 3 to 5 years of experience in the field. So, and we have been seeing all through the changes that is being happening in the system. So experience is all about civil service. Basically, civil services, it's all about good guidance and hard work, basically. And that was I was telling to sir, Sundaram sir, like the situation what we are here now, it is not the same what when sir was. Like 40 years back, it was a real tough time, and I said that was the real challenge that time to clear and get into IAS, because today we have everything on our hands, like good institutes, good material, everything. But what we have to do is just to sit and study, and just a bit of discipline, and we can definitely, that will make up the things. And I would like to elaborate on the CSAT, and which is being much talked about, and the recent pattern of the CSAT. One thing what UPSC is telling is that, and I would like to explain you the strategy to be followed in the CSAT scenario. So what UPSC has told is that they will be removing the optionals from the prelims. and the GS paper will be there. So it is for that GS paper I have told you what are the strategies to be followed, because for the GS paper reading the paper is must, and how to read the paper I have told you, and for history everything and all what are the method to be followed I have told you. And coming to the other part, the aptitude test, what it may consist is that since it has been mentioned as aptitude, definitely there will be questions from the quantitative aptitude sections. But it doesn't include only that basically, because they have given clearly that we are conducting the test to test the ethical and moral dimensions of the people, persons basically. So what do they mean by that? Ethical and moral dimension is that they will be testing your decision making capabilities and your your reactions to various situations. Like for example, this time they asked a question about the India's climate change policies and why it is being, what are the factors. So they are not asking only facts, but they are asking you to make decisions. And one important thing while this mention you that ethical and moral is that they will try to test up your characters, internal characters, like the discipline, your integrity, and your hardworking nature, and whether you are a team, whether you can assist your team or whether you can lead up a team. So how they will do that is that they will be asking questions at two different places. Like for example, one place they can ask you a question, and if you consider yourself in a team, and what you will consider yourself as, a leader, a worker, or a coordinator, like that. Then the same question will be asked in a different way at different places. So they will be having a link between two questions. So if you mark up one answer like I am a leader, I want to be a leader in the team, and if you mark something like I want to be a coordinator in the team, then both the things will mismatch. So this is what they call it as moral, how your internal characters like the personality traits they will try to test. There will be, because what they want is that a civil servant should have these internal qualities in him to survive in the field, so that they may check also. So the questions will be like that. And what you can do is, other thing is that the pattern followed by army, like they call it as psychrometric test. So they basically, it is not aptitude test, it will be basically like some diagrams, and next to the diagram, what the sequence of the diagrams, what will come, like that and all, it will be there. So that type of things also you can keep yourself aware of that. And since UPSC has not made very clear of what the pattern is going to be, so what we should do right now is that we have to concentrate fully on the optionals till October. By the probably people I heard they will come about with the the pattern in another 1 month's time. But if it is not, then we have to concentrate, even if it is there, we have to concentrate fully on the optionals till October. So you can take up your GS and preparation for the CSAT from October, because while you are coming in the next June, you should have completed all your mains subjects. You should be ready to write the test batch, and because mains you have only very short time, because you will be having only 4 months of time, and so you have to complete your 2 optionals by this October. So plan your schedule according to that, and you can start up your GS and CSAT after October, and you can do that. And what I would suggest is the scenario such that they are requiring more amount of knowledge in particularly in the GS. So please start reading newspapers continuously from today onwards.